Like all of Expo, the Washington Pavilion is still heavily under the hammer. But Expo insiders say it's much farther along than Oregon or California, the only other U.S. states represented here. We tagged along with Evelyn Sun, the woman in charge of the Washington exhibit, as she checked up on the progress of the work. You enter the pavilion here, in a hole through what appears to be the prow of a ship. Once inside, you are surrounded by a darkened star chamber. Not yet in place, it's a light show designed by David Hershey, the designer of lighting for the New York musical Cats. Then, in keeping with Expo's transportation theme, a moving sidewalk carries you for 7 minutes through one half of the exhibit. After your eyes have become accustomed to the darkness and you're on the moving sidewalk, your eyes will be drawn to a giant movie screen running the length of the wall here. It's a 7-minute sound and light show starring the state of Washington.
We have a Seahawks game. We have the Bloomsday race in Spokane. We have Mount St. Helens. We have a Boeing test flight. We have the Omak Stampede. We have White River rafting. We have a maritime scene of the waterfront, looking at freighters coming into harbor, being offloaded onto a double-stack train or trucks.
Sort of the best of Washington?
I would say.
The sound and light show uses 69 slide projectors and 3 film chains and is accompanied by original music. The moving sidewalk takes you to the other half of the exhibit, a room that will be filled with computerized television monitors. It's called Discovery Place, and the visitor will be able to punch up just about any kind of tourist, promotion, or business information about Washington.
Or you could see an assembly plant of a 747. You could visit the former Expo centers in the state of Washington, such as Spokane Riverfront Park or the Seattle Center. So basically, it's about 200 commercials about the state of Washington.
The work is costing about $5 million. The original budget set by Governor Spellman was $6 million, but Governor Gardner has slashed that to $4.1 million, and corporate contributors have since kicked in about $800,000. Evelyn Sun says every penny, public and private, is a wise investment.
When people leave and realize that Washington is a place to live, to find a job, to invest money, we've achieved our purpose. We can accommodate, actually, 1,300 people per hour through our pavilion. That's the number of people who can actually fit on that moving sidewalk. And that translates to 2.5 million people over the life of the fair. And I think that exposure for the state of Washington is probably greater than you could get in any other media.
In keeping with the flair of this World's Fair, work on the Washington Pavilion is thoroughly international. The construction crews are Canadian. Their bids were lower than U.S. companies. Project manager Jeff Ryan is from New Zealand originally. And Evelyn Sun herself was born in South Africa, though she has worked as a city planner in Seattle for many years and served on Governor Gardner's Expo transition team before he took office. All are pleased with the progress of the work as the Washington Pavilion moves forward ahead of schedule and under budget toward the opening of Expo 86, May 2nd.